Everybody, it's once again time for another Switch wish list. Now, this video is going to be a little different as I actually did want to cover a unique issue here. The other two videos and most of the other ones will always be third-party games, AAA and stuff. But what about Nintendo's own lineup? And I remembered a while back, after playing, believe it or not, I doubt I can play it right now because I doubt it's on. Oh, maybe it is. On my Switch, they have the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo emulator thing that allows you to play games. See? And I came across some old favorites, like right here, Super Mario Brothers 2. Now, remember, this came out, this is the original version on the NES, but they did release a version for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, which, by the way, along with 1, 2, 3, and the original version of 2 in Japan called the Lost, called the Lost Levels, was an absolutely amazing set of games. They not only kicked butt, but they were great looking. Sorry about the glare from the TV in the back. And I thought, what if they did another All-Star, another Super Mario Bros. All-Stars, but with a new generation of games? So that's what we're going to talk about today. And I have a few examples lying around here of those games. There's only one I haven't had a chance to play at all or even get my hands on, sorry to say, but we'll get to that in a minute. The first one, of course, is, guess what? Super Mario 64. Look at that. That is the DS version, by the way, so I actually have played this game, and I even played it once on the Nintendo 64. I do own one. But I have to admit, I would love to see what the Switch could do with this game with a serious overhaul. It was one of the best games ever. And as you can see, I have a Nintendo 3DS. It is actually a 3D one. It's a pretty cool Hyrule edition, so check that out. It's got a little age and some dust, but it's the actual deal. I mean, look at that. Look, there's Yoshi, for crying out loud. And this version actually introduced 3 new characters, Yoshi, Luigi, and of course Wario. So that was very cool. This game was great in its time, and it still is good. That's one of the reasons why you can still find this game for going more than $20, used or new. And yes, they do sell it new. We're going to get off of that real quick and get on to the next one. So this is the first game. I'd love to see them poured over in a collection for the Switch, both from their older library and stuff. Just saying. And let's move on to the next one. The next one is, in fact, is unfortunately the one I don't have, which is, of course, going from the N64 to the Nintendo GameCube, is Super Mario Sunshine. This game looks cool. It was actually very interesting. Now, unfortunately for me, I never got a chance to play this game, and I'm, in fact, still trying to find a copy. Mostly because, at that time, the PS2 was all I could afford. It was really all I could get my hands on. I had the older consoles I was still buying games for, and unfortunately, through the life cycle, I just didn't have the time to get a GameCube, which was a shame because there were a lot of good games on the GameCube that I actually did want. And unfortunately, it was at the end of the life cycle when I finally got my hands on one. Had fun with it. Great set of games. But again, I never got a handle on that game, which is a shame. And I've rarely seen it out there, too, which is a shame. I'm going to start looking, but again, I really do miss not having that game. So there is that. And that game is really cool. It's got this great 3D world. You're going around. I've even seen Arlo do some stuff on it. So I think that would be a great game to put in a Switch title along with 64. And, give the games all a nice little update, a little upgrade and stuff. So we come to number 3. There were 4 in the original version, and I think there should be 4 here. And we have Super Mario Galaxy. I just got this, and I can't wait to start playing it. This game was one of the ones that I had trouble finding originally, and as you can see here, it's a pretty nice copy. And this game was so good, it got a sequel on the Wii. I mean, look at that. There's some pretty cool stuff in here. I'm really looking forward to this. And to be fair, I've heard good things about this game. So, guys, I can't wait to get into this game. It's another reason why I own a Wii. And I also own the Wii because I have GameCube games. So again, if I can find an original Sunshine, I can at least play it on my Wii. So there's that. Now we come to, unfortunately, The only one I don't have a physical copy of, again, mainly because it's a Wii U game and I don't particularly like the Wii U. There were some great games, but there wasn't enough justification to spend for a $300 system. Today it's like $120, believe it or not, but I don't know if it really would justify it. Then I would still have to find a place to put it. But I do have its earlier version, which is Super Mario 3D Land. Now, on the Nintendo Wii U, you had Super Mario 3D World, and World was great. It was a beautiful, well-done game. It combines the courses of the 2D games, but with a 3D environment system, which works really cool. And it works very good, really cool, really well done. And I love playing Lands, and I really want to play Worlds. Of course, the problem is, I can't find it. I can't find it anywhere. It is a hard-to-find game, I'm sorry to say. So even if I did get a Wii U, this would be one of the games I would want to get it for. Most of the others that I would want are already on the Switch, or I have earlier copies. Or like in this one's case, I have the 3DS version, which is, of course, Super Smash Bros. 3D for the 3DS. So, again, why would I want a Wii U? I think these games would be great, and we've also seen a lot of other games come to the Switch. New Super Mario Brothers Deluxe, it came to the Switch, which is really awesome. But again, it's a shame that these games aren't in a collection. I mean, and this idea actually is very good. Not only could you give Mario a sequel to All-Stars, but you could also include The Legends of Zelda All-Star, Donkey Kong All-Star, Metroid All-Star, Star Fox All-Star. There are so many great games that they could give a little bit better coat of paint to and reship out, and we would buy them with a happy smile on our faces. You can't see mine because I don't have one anymore. Go figure. I have to borrow the skin anyways. So you got that. But it works great, and it would be such a nice thing. And if you wanted, you could even throw in a couple of spare games too. For example, you could actually throw in, of course, Mario 3D Land 2. Both versions of 64, so you could play the original and the 3DS with some minor tweaks here and there for that as well. And, you could even throw in Super Mario RPG, the original one on the Super Nintendo. You would have to work with Square, but it would be great because that was one of the most beautiful games. And I'm very happy that I have it for my Super Nintendo Mini right there. Which is good because a physical cartridge at its cheapest is still over $40, and its most expensive right now is between $60 to $70, depending upon where you're going to pick it up. And I'm not making that up. The game is still that expensive. And it would be nice to give that game a little tender loving care, a little extra coat of paint. It already looks good at 720p, but it does pop some things out here and there. But it would be great for all of that. And then to put it on the Switch, which, I mean, look at this. It turns into a freaking handheld, and it's good on my TV. Why not? Why not? And with the new Switch Mini, this is an even better idea. I mean, that is a very good idea. You can have a lot more games. And I think, like with The Witcher, which I will show off in the future, there are games that are really going to look great just in handheld mode. And yes, I will be doing footage of The Witcher while I'm doing the 13 Days of Halloween. So there's that. Also, I want to take this moment to show off another Nintendo Wii game I picked up. And that's because you've seen I own Ghostbusters, and I have a 360 copy, a Switch, and a PS4 copy. I do wish I still had the PS3 copy just for the heck of it. But I also picked up the Nintendo Wii edition of Ghostbusters, the video game. And as you can see, it's very different. And this would also be a cool one to add as a little bonus for the Nintendo players so they can actually play this in the original version. And since we have Joy-Cons, you could technically copy some of the effects from the Wii, which is cool. And as you can see here, there are actually some pretty cool things that happened in this game. And look at that. There's a T-Rex that comes after you that are very different from the PS3 and the 360 copies. Those are like the more, almost I would call it movie quality. And this is more of the, hey, let's have fun video game. And again, you have the original cast and everything. So I'm actually looking forward to playing this along with other games. So there's that. And I've been checking out some stuff online. By the way, MK11 also for both the Switch, the PS4, the PC, and the X1 also now has a special costume set you can pick up too. And yes, I have played Overwatch on my Switch. I'm not going to go into too much. But I will say that it's only a minor downgrade in graphics. It actually still has a very decent frame rate, a very decent graphical look. And there were a couple of times I thought I was playing the PS4. That's how good it is. And I've actually looked at a PC copy of the game, by the way, and I found that on its lowest settings, it actually only needs an i3 computer with an i3 Intel processor and about 4 gigs of memory. I actually have that on my computer. I could technically, and I think because I have those kind of graphics cards, I could technically play that game on my computer. I'm not really looking forward to it. I have it on all the other systems, but there's that. But I probably wouldn't do it right now because Blizzard's in the, it's not very good with me right now. So there's that. However, these make good Switch games, and I will be doing a couple of others. I'll even possibly be doing one, and I'm going to show off real quick here on my Switch. Probably the Fallout series right there. As you can see here, there's Fallout Shelter. And guess what? The Fallout Shelter game, with a couple of its rooms, they actually do set up for the holidays. Right now they have a great Halloween theme going, which is really cool hearing the music and stuff. And there's another game right there you can make out called Hollow. I highly recommend that game out to try out because it's got this great moody experience, and I think you would really love it. That being said, we also have reports that The Outer Worlds is coming to the Switch sometime in the future. There's no set release date. Vampire is getting a physical release. I did find that out, and I'm probably going to have to pay for the copy. But wow, man, just wow. There's so much coming for the Switch. And I'm hoping to do an update video for this wish list where one of these games I put onto this list actually does get put on my Switch. And I think every Switch owner would love that. This system will definitely be around for a long while, and even when it's outlived its usefulness, it'll still probably be very good as a handheld system as they create, like, the Switch whatever, Ultra, Pro, Gigantic, Mario Kick Your Butt. I mean, we have no idea right now what they're planning, and the Switch is still that good of a system. It is that absolutely fantastic. I have played a lot of games, and I am absolutely having fun, and I will show off The Witcher 3 probably tomorrow, but right now, that's all I've got for you guys. And it's a great idea for these wish lists. Leave a comment and likes, and also leave your own personal videos, your own personal games, both from Nintendo's library and from all the other consoles, of what you would want to see. And who knows? Maybe it's one I want, maybe it's something other ones want. I mean, Arlo alone has done lists of this, and he's right. There are times I was trying to come up with this list, and there were games just coming out that totally ruined my list, and I'm like, oh, God, now I got to rethink everything. So, guys, like and subscribe, have fun, and I will see you later. Bye.